it goes from here. Why it all started in the first place, and how we come in. Join us on obradiofm.com. The art of sculpting without tracing.
All right, you welcome to Within the Soap and obradiofm.com. The art of sculpting without tracing is actually very important for us to know what exactly is going on wherever we are, because the act of informing people is an act of education, and that act of education is an act for you to step before, for you to leap before you jump. And for that reason, it's important we get ourselves abreast with what exactly is going on wherever we are. And we have few correspondences from different locations that is going to tell us what's up, where they are, because the reason is, for example, I need to go to Lagos. I need to know what exactly is going on in Lagos today. That will give me a heads up of what exactly is going to go on and what I'm going to face in Lagos. And if the traffic is so serious, I also need to know. And again, if I'm going to the UK today, come on, what's happening in the UK? Especially going by whatever I intend to do in the UK, I should be able to have a little information or a heads up of what exactly is going on. That is really, really going to give me a guide to what I intend to do wherever I'm going. And that's the essence of waking this up. And as a matter of fact, this is still Soye Lekima, your regular host, the one whose body has turned to gold. And as a matter of fact, when I say I'm the only example of God, people begin to wow. But don't forget, you need to be part of this show, and the contributions or comments you're going to make is extremely so important. And the line to call is +2348143714093, or you follow us on our socials, Fitness Talk Show, or better to do us an email to obradiofm.uk@gmail.com. Hi, George, how you doing?
I'm great, my brother. You caught
Lovely.
me right in the midst of my work, but because I
Okay,
love
now,
your programs so much,
yeah. So what's going on? What is going on? Where you are? What's happening there?
Well, when I came here, I found out that because of my age, I'm not able to do certain, they would not give me certain employment. So I had to create work myself. I had to learn work myself. And then I started providing the kind of services that I know people constantly want. So, like I told you earlier on, by profession, I'm an architect. My first degree in architecture, second degree construction management, third degree construction project management. But it's difficult to get the kind of job I want here because I don't have a career here. So I learned how to become a carpenter, learned how to become a plumber, learned how to do mainly building maintenance. And these are the kind of jobs that are daily services that are daily required. And so I now work for myself, providing those services, and then I've now been able to, build a structure for myself where I also have people that work for me too.
Just hold a minute. In case you're joining us, this is obradiofm.com, the art of talking without tracing. This program is getting more interesting because I'm hearing something very different, something that is actually giving me the mind to know where exactly I'm going to. And for you that is listening to this program, can you just hear something? He is a graduate. He's gone through his first degree, his second degree, and his third degree. But for the fact that he needs to do something different, he actually went back to the scramble and start learning something which he is right now also giving back to the people, so other persons, and they're also getting the same thing from him. And you're right there sitting down and you're having an excuse over excuse, living with the world in the world of fear, where we know that fear is just a memorable excuse, a favorable excuse against every result we're going to make in life. And you are just sitting down there. Can you listen to this? And that's the essence we said. It's important you always get your FM.com, because we are giving you live. We are setting you into the resonance of you, having a better understanding of what life is all about. And this is George, all the way from the UK. He's telling us what exactly is going on. As a matter of fact, he said we caught him up while doing his job. And because we really need to leave him, but I really want him to just say, give more enlightenment about it. So somebody is going to learn something today. So tell us more about what you have done with the people that you're teaching, and what have they also learned from you, and what is the state of things today?
Okay, your question again, I should tell you more about the service, the kind of services I provide.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, you provide
now,
those that have also learned from you, and the position of those people today in life.
okay. When I was in Nigeria, I had my own building company. I had engineers, all sorts of engineers working for me. I had surveyors working for me. And because I'm a desperate go-getter and a hustler, I trained my workers very well. My team, I trained them very well. I'm happy to say that those boys that worked with me those days when I was back in Nigeria are doing so very well. I am so proud of them. In fact, at times I look back and say, oh, maybe if I don't have a job in Nigeria, I might go back to one of my boys and say, oh boy, look, I need a job. Oh, can you give me a job? Because there was a time I gave them a job. I am so proud of what they have achieved. But let's come back here to the UK, where I decided, I needed to relocate back to, because I have a special needs child that needed to be in this environment. I found out when I came here earlier on that my degree from Nigeria did not matter. So it meant me doing menial jobs, such as a security job, cleaning job and all that. And, that's not my aspiration, especially because of the kind of things I did in Nigeria. Coming back here to come and, step down, it wasn't something I wanted, but there was no other alternative. And I'm British by birth, so I was lucky. I was able to get student grant, and I said, no, I need to go and get more knowledge. Maybe with that knowledge, I'll get better offer. But, it did not happen. And for me to be able to go to school and work whilst taking care of my family, the only job that I could do that would afford me the time to read while at work and then time to do other things was working as a security guard in the night. I worked as a security guard. I did a lot of security work. But at the end of the day, God blessed me. I was able to make a good grade. And then I went on and I acquired more knowledge. I did a master's. And whilst doing that, and because of my qualification
No, hold
and
on.
the
Somebody's
tickets
calling.
I obtained, I was now able to
Just go
gain
ahead.
access into the construction industry, working as a construction manager, construction stroke design manager. But in the course of doing this job, I found out that the people I was working for, I had more experience, more knowledge than them. But because my complexion is different, because I don't have a history in this place, I didn't get a fair deal. And I said, no, I can't continue like this. I have to now start working for myself. And in learning the skills, you understand, it meant I had to go back to trade school, which would take so much time. So what was my best teacher? YouTube. YouTube is great. You just Google anything you want. You just type in anything you don't know. YouTube will teach you. It will teach you how to tile. It will teach you how to be a carpenter. It will teach you how to be a good plumber. And God has blessed me. Apart from being academically inclined, I love practicals a lot. So I now started learning most of these skills on my own and started providing the services for myself in the house and started developing my skills. And as I was developing my skills, I started doing a little bit of DIY for my friends. And from there, I started building up a clientele and now work for myself. See, work. When somebody tells you there is no work, you can actually look inwardly and start creating work for yourself. That's how I'm able to feed myself and not beg anybody. In this country, nobody will give you a dime. Nobody will give you a dime. I'm able to work for myself, not beg anybody, and still take care of my other family back in Nigeria.
Well, this is getting more interesting, and as I tell you before, this thing is I'm actually overwhelmed. I am totally lost in this in all of this story I'm hearing today because you see, when you say that it's not job, you just need to look inwardly. That it's a job in you. As in Exodus, God said that in all that I've given, I'm yet to see the best. And that's the word, the affirmation, the beautiful ones are yet to be born was derived from. And if this is true, then you with the best chromosome, the 24 years that you were born a champion. So there is something that is in you that need to be unraveled. Don't be like those persons that God actually blessed and decide not to use the blessing of God. Because if you can't be part of somebody's company, then you need to. That's exactly the key area. This is one person that I have met in my life. This is one person I have met in my life that don't live with obsessions and ego. He drops everything by the door and that's responsible to be very real. Because we are right at this moment we are declaring the figure of the hour because he is very informative, he is very educative. He is somebody that is always ready to share. And I'm telling you that there is more to it that you can ever imagine because meeting people like this is something that is really, really going to change you. And I'm telling you that if I have my time with him, I think I'll be better. I'll be extremely better. And if you also have your time with him, you are also going to be better. These are the people that need to counsel this nation. These are people for people to move from where they are to somewhere better than where they can never imagine. I think I am totally to find myself, hear words of wisdom from Jumbo because he is somebody that is just there for you. What's your last word generally for
Hello? Come again. I didn't get your last this thing.
Last word for generally. I said, what's your last word generally for people?
Okay, what I will say is that, and I've learned from this. Failure, being a failure, is actually a teacher. If you don't fail, if you don't fall, you cannot stand. Failure, I've come to understand and accept failure because each time I fail, it prepares me for a better future. And rejection is one thing that I have also realized. If somebody rejects me, I thank God. That's okay. Maybe I need to become better. Those things don't make me feel depressed. They don't make me feel dejected. They actually challenge me each time I fail or each time I'm rejected. I don't allow those things put me down. I actually allow it challenge me to go further. So when I go inwardly, I now check where I have made a mistake, and then I now look at what these people want, and I come back much better. So failure, rejection, there are things that can never put me down. In fact, when it happens, I just go on my knees and I start thanking God, and that is what gives me the extra push to do what I want to do, and I do it very well. So I ask any person out there, please don't allow failure or rejection make you depressed. Depression is a state of the mind. Depression is a state of the mind, and any situation that you don't like that is happening to you is actually refining and molding you for a better future. I see Nigeria as a great country because if we had not suffered in Nigeria, a lot of us have not suffered. A lot of people that suffered in Nigeria did not suffer. They will not come out to this part of the world and become great. It is because of what Nigerians have gone through. That is why Nigerians today, mark my word, are excelling. And it will get to a point where we get tired of failing, and then we now look forward and start succeeding. So please remove, no matter what you do, remove rejection and failure and depression out of your mind. Take them as things that will prepare you for a better tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Well, you just heard from Joe, and he's telling you that failure is just a favorable excuse against every result. And failure is one thing that is really going to give you that spiritual capability to be able to withhold whatever you want from God. And again, he's also telling you that depression, in physiology, we say depression is relative to heart attack. And if depression is relative to heart attack, what do you need? You need to go to the integral part of it. And what will that be? What would that be? Is for you to be less depressed. And the only way to do that is for you to see it as a thing of the past and begin to see yourself ahead. In essence, what we're talking about is failure is something that you should see and give a handshake to it and tell failure, I'm going to move ahead and I'm going to come back strong and ever remain the champion I am, because I am born a champion. So if you know that you have failed today, I am telling you that you are one of the greatest that one can ever imagine in life. That means that God actually wants you to have that spiritual capability to be able to withhold what you want. You cannot demand for billions and not have the capability. And you cannot demand for the job in wherever you want to demand for this job from, and you cannot have the capability. That's the essence. And that's why I respect and do my heart of Jumbo. I call him Oga Jumbo because he is somebody that is one person that will always tell you the way it's well spoken, somebody that is eloquent in his words. And when you hear his words, there is no atom of ego or obsession in it. It's something that is going to assimilate into your bloodstream. I am actually delighted to hear from Oga Jumbo. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate so much. And we'll take you straight, we'll leave you all the way from the UK and take you straight to Enugu to find out what exactly is happening in Enugu at this point in time. Yes. What's good? Hello.
Hello. Yeah, hello. This is Dr. Momo reporting from live.
Yes,
direct. Yes, thank you very much.
What's happening in Enugu at the moment? What's happening in Enugu at the moment? You're in Enugu, right?
Yes, I am. The weather has been very cloudy and a lot of fitness activities going up and down, ranging from St. Mary's Catholic Church, Transekulu, down to Opera Square. You see a lot of people having fitness activities, but the weather got so cloudy and a lot of people felt threatened and they started moving about. But however, everything seems a little bit stable right now. And to key into what was being said, fitness goes a long way to get people out of depression and stuff, because a lot of people, they come out, they get fit, they walk around, they do lots of fitness activities. It swaps their minds from a lot of challenges, both mental, physical, financial challenges, and it gives them a lot of social interaction that makes them interact with each other and share problems as much with each other, because they said the problem shared is half solved. So fitness creates a great impact here. It makes everybody unite and come together having something in common, and everybody goes about trying to keep fit and healthy. So for now, that's what's happening in Enugu. Yes.
Well, in the city of Enugu, we just heard from our correspondent right there that but there are a lot of fitness activities going on, because that's the only way they're going to ease themselves of depression. And again, fitness is something actually going to help you to help your lungs, heart, and associated blood vessels. Beside that, fitness is one key thing from depression. And he just said something about swap, and that is a swap button voucher we are looking at for in the Operation Keep Nigeria Fit that is going to come up sometime by the end of August, every last Saturday of the month. That is going to dovetail into the Shape Up Nigeria 30-30 activity. And the Operation Keep Nigeria Fit, we want Nigerians to be able to swap from one unhealthy lifestyle to at least one healthy lifestyle, which is still very big. Right now, Nigerians are actually suffering in the hands of SU, which is a sudden and unexpected death caused by the non-communicable diseases. And I speak now, Health had signed the policy with WHO, preventive medicine to be something that is going to be more proactive in this country. Nigerians look forward to the curative, but the preventive measures is one thing that we need to take very seriously and very importantly, because that is to actually line in we going to the hospital and rather be more insured. Thank you very much, Dr. Me, all the way from Enugu. And we hope to hear if there is any other information going on. This is Waiting the Sub, and right there you're listening to this program. If you have any information that you need to pass to us, definitely you need to pass that information, because it's extremely very important. And if you want to make any contributions or comments or make any inquiry, don't forget to call us on +2348143714093, or you follow us on our socials, Fitness Talk Show. Better send us an email to obradiofm.uk@gmail.com. You had the stories from Jumbo all the way from the UK. He has given the heads up on what exactly is going on and what he actually faced. So you don't need to give any excuse in life that this is what is actually a barrier. In life, there is nothing like a barrier. There is no one that is frail or fragile to bring any form of failure as an excuse, because that is not what exactly the life is all about. Life is all about challenges. Life is all about being upright. Life is all about being the best scrub by the valley. Life is all about waking up or crawling to your point where you really need to meet the end. In every tunnel, the end is always justified to be very lightning, and that's exactly what life is all about. And I believe that, yes, if we begin to understand all of these and also justify the fact that, yes, we believe in the letter 3, and the letter 3 is one that keeps on, which is the God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, definitely we will understand why Christ woke up from death after this. And that's exactly what life is about. It's great to hear from you, Dr. Me, and it's also great to hear from my Oga Jumbo. He is the figure of the hour, because he has always been down to us and giving us the way it is. And I know that to my numerous listeners, wherever they are, thumbs up to you, because they have just made my day and they've also made your day. I intend to go further, but from what I've heard from Oga Jumbo, I think this is where I'm going to call it a wrap, as it's a goodbye to all my listeners. You are the reason why we're doing all of these. And definitely my producer is just telling me that no, there is somebody that is also coming up for us to have more discussions, especially the one that is preparing to hold the Gary Festival in Port Harcourt. And the reason is, why Gary Festival? Okay, Jumbo, yes, I don't know if you still eat Gary in the UK. Somebody is trying to host the Gary Festival here. And that's going to be awesome. As I see you, a cup of Gary is something else. And I know that back in the days, when you were in Nigeria, a cup of garri was something that was just there for people to eat. What do you think about what exactly is going on with the cost of garri, and if you actually eat garri in the UK?
Okay. Garri, because of its natural content, that's a carbohydrate, is not very good for my system. So many years when I found out about this, I stopped eating garri. So what I eat in place of garri, I swallow, because I'm still a typical African man. That I don't eat garri does not mean that I don't eat our soup, our native and our Nigerian dishes. What I eat in place of that is, I prepare plantain. I don't know, unripe plantain. I get the unripe one. I blend it with water, and then I also blend oats, and then put it on fire and mix it together until it turns into solid paste. It's very healthy. That's what I eat as swallow. And then I also eat, I don't know, cabbage. If you blend cabbage with water and oats, you mix it, into paste form until it's solid. That I also eat, as my swallow. So I have nothing against garri. It's just that the natural ingredients are not good for my system. Because of carbohydrate and all that, I don't take garri. But for those that can eat gari. I don't have a problem. Gari is a good, one of our good food. So yes, gari is okay for those that you don't have a problem with eating gari.
Well, Gary, it's okay. Gary is one source of carbohydrate, but quite a lot of people there because Gary on the glycemic index is very high, so a lot of people tend to move from Gary and start looking at other source of carbohydrate because Gary is grainous. Gary is a grainous source of carbohydrate, and a lot of people don't really go into the grainous or go into the fibrous carbohydrate. They rather prefer the vegetable and probably the fried source of carbohydrate. Yes, and you see, you must not get into it. Yes, there is a festival because a lot of people consume it here, but that doesn't mean that those that are diabetic are actually still doing Gary. And those that also have challenges, maybe probably some non-communicable disease challenges, are also not also doing Gary because they see it as something that is a bit too heavy. And for those that are also going into weight control management, they see Gary as something that is a bit too weighty for them. But again, you need to understand because one basic thing that is very clear for us to have a better understanding about is for us to know what our vital criteria is and also understand what our daily caloric intake is. If you have these understandings properly, I think it's going to be very important for us to know that yes, Gary is this on the glycemic index. This is a percentage on this. This is how it is. With that, we should be able to know where exactly we are going into. Gary Festival is out there coming up. I wonder how this festival is going to be. He said they're going to start, we have the swallow and we have the drinking. So I don't know what the festival is going to be. Or it's going to be the festival that is going to go more like a Coco Gare, where they chew the Gare and probably chew granite. Or, there's a lot of ways where we play with Gare. Some could have granated sugar and mix it with the Gary and begin to just chew like that. Some could mix it with salt. Some will do quite a different thing to see that the festival goes. But it's important we hear from the organizers of the Gary Festival, which I think they are trying to come up online for us to have this discussion with them. But nevertheless, it's still important that to all those that are listening to this program, I want us to see Mr. George as the figure of the hour because he has made OB Radio more, the listenership is more because a lot of people want to hear. And taking the report of what exactly we discussed last time, it was a total confession from a lady who called after the program about the African ladies and their attitude to living the mess. And this lady actually confirmed that yes, indeed, she is the problem in her family. This with Oga George, but I need to let you know this now that the lady called after the program that day. She said she was trying to reach a line, the line was not going. Actually, confessed that it's actually the cause of some of the challenges they are having in the family. That the husband is not a challenge, and she admitted that she is the challenge because she actually listened to the program from the beginning to the end. And such a lady, I think we also consider a figure of the hour because it's not easy to be that open or accept the fact that you are the problem and not your husband. That is the problem. So when somebody accepts or accept any form of accept such kind of or own such kind of problem, it is important we applaud that person and be able to see that person as of the hour. I don't know if you have anything to say for such kind of confession.
Okay, I mean, it's always good for somebody to be honest, like they say, the truth is bitter and the truth will set you free. It doesn't mean that, it's just only the women that are the main reason why most men leave the house. The main cause is, when you don't have, I like to look at it from one major point. When you don't have the foundation of God, I'm not saying because my own marriage failed, I didn't have the foundation of God. When you don't have the foundation of God in the man and the woman, solidly, anchoring that union, there are bound to be a lot of attacks, spiritual attacks, physical attacks, emotional attacks. And when those attacks come and you don't have this, you don't have this security, this support envelope from God, that marriage is bound to crash. And then the other thing that has made it so common, for marriages, especially between Nigerian men and women, to fall apart in this manner, whereby the woman is giving everything, is because of the society we find ourselves in. The women come to this culture and they find out that a lot of power, a lot of things are given to the women. And then the men also come, and when they come, they now find out that the person they connected with in Nigeria is not the person that is here with them. And in such a situation, it's either you quietly humble yourself, just humble yourself and continue to say yes sir, yes ma, yes ma in the house, just become the big fool. Or you tell yourself, I'm sorry, I can't live this kind of life. It will really make me emotionally depressed and it will destroy the manhood in me. And then you leave. But the other situation is that the women, they are being told by most of their friends that if you push the man out, oh, you can get this, you can get that. And in such instances where the women are not smart, they now go ahead and carry out their intention. And the unfortunate thing is that at the end of the day, it is not the man or the woman that really suffers the adverse effect. The people that suffer are the innocent children. So my advice is, please, whatever you are doing, don't think about yourself. Think about the children and ask God to give you the wisdom and direction to follow.
Well, it's just the wisdom and direction we need in every aspect of life. In your workplace, in your family, in whatever you do, you need the wisdom and yes, for you to be able to get to where you want to get to. And it's also very important that no matter what you do, you need to look back to the kids you have. You need to look back to your family background. You need to look back to your reputation. All of these has quite a lot of role to play in our lives and in our everyday activity. We need to go on a short break. Definitely, when we're back, we need to talk more to be able to round up this program. All right, we're back down from our short break, and I'm asking, within the show where you are, we need to get update of what exactly is going on. We just spoke to George all the way from the UK, and he has given us update of what exactly is going on. And we just heard from Dotimi all the way from Enugu. He has also updated us what exactly is going on. And if you have any update, yes, don't forget to call us on +234-8143-714-093, or you follow us on our socials, Fitness Talk Show. But as you do, us an email to obradiofm.uk@gmail.com. This is where I'm going to call it a wrap as I say goodbye to all our listeners. You're the reason why we're doing all of this. And to the one that is pressing the right buttons, definitely I owe you, especially as a Wednesday and it's a lunchtime. Thank you.
Keep on watching FTV, guys. Keep on listening to Obi Radio FM, guys. The one station who broadcast good healthy lifestyle fitness things, guys. Keep on watching it. SLO Fitness here in Zimbabwe, guys. We also listening, also watch it, guys. Keep on watching. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 2. Well done, well done. Exactly. Good going. Push guys. Well done. Keep on watching FTV, guys. Keep on listening to Obi Radio FM, guys. The one station who broadcast good healthy lifestyle fitness things, guys. Keep on watching it. SLO Fitness here in Zimbabwe, guys. We also listening, also watch it, guys. Keep on watching
a favorable excuse against resolve.
Hi guys, hope everyone is doing fine out there. So my name is Mike Kunda. I am a fitness trainer and also a CEO of Fitness Masters Zambia. So I am based in Zambia. So I want you guys to keep watching FTV as we will be posting our fitness tips and fitness talk show there, and also always listen to OB Radio. And don't forget to like our page, Fitness Masters Zambia, and also follow FTV and OB Radio on our various platforms. Thank you very much.
Hi guys. My name is Timon Moyo from Zimbabwe, based in Botswana. Please keep watching FTV. Also, always listen to OB Radio. We're kicking live. Fitness is our lifestyle, you know.
Hello everybody, this is your boy Kabodwin Mundikwa, all the way from Botswana, the CEO of Duncan Jakes Auto Repairs, and we reside in the second city of Botswana, which is Francistown. I want to shout out to OB Radio FM and FTV, for I love their programs and they're very nice, they're interesting, they're got knowledge, and I love their music. They got taste in music. You guys, you should follow these programs that are always happening in OB Radio FM and FTV, and you should catch me too on this Radio FM and the TV station, for I'll be your mechanic expert.
Hello beautiful people, my name is Duke Nicholas Duke Belema, a business owner and the head chef at Chef Duke right here in the city of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Keep watching FTV and always listen to OB Radio FM. I am there.
Hi viewers, this is Dr. Vasant Narayanan from Tanzania. I am a sports physiotherapist working in sports clinic called Sinus Physiotherapy Clinic in Dar es Salaam. Keep watching us on FTV and listen to OB Radio FM, our fitness talk show. We are there to help you. Welcome. Thank you.
Hello guys, good afternoon from Smart Motor Garage in Fort Gambia. I am Lavin Fadera, CEO. Yeah, keep watching FTV and then OB Radio FM. I am in.
All right, guys, this is Gentuja. Keep watching FTV and OB Radio FM. Don't touch the dial. Thank me later.
Hello, guys. My name is Coach Marcelo from Cello Fitness. I am a fitness trainer, and also my country is Zimbabwe, guys. Always keep watching FTV and keep on listening OB Radio FM.